Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn chart. It looks like they're coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should hang around and pull its tail.
Cover me.
Lock shield!
Perimeter secured. My people have searched many generations for a world to call home. If we landed here, want to live in... My people have searched many generations for a world to call home. If we landed here, we'd just keep searching.
50 degrees hotter, I might start to feel uncomfortable. How are you mammals doing, Shepard?
Negative contact, Commander. It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin, after it was built. Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Protean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil. I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtains. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Let's get moving.
I'm right here. Ready whenever you are. How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Venezia's involved?
Theron's looking for the conduit. You're a Protean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Accelerating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy beams for us. Pass the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. Not, doesn't matter.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those guests would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire... Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on... And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly in... No wonder the guests attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon... But the beacons were only I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Therum to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
We almost died in there. The Geth were everywhere.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think this Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone is...
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around... Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol...
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. There are worse results of accidental...
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It only gets iffy. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after...
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station,
Yeah, that's
right?
the official name. It's where they did all the... It was a sterile research platform.
There were other kids in the same boat, right?
That's true. We did have a little... We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
We'd sit her... There was a... She was from Turkey. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to
She
you.
was. Things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures?
No one knows. It was different then. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but...
Jump Zero's a long way from home.
The Grand Gateway... But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you
I
can't...
appreciate that, Commander. Besides, I've got my... Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Doctor to... Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
What's your opinion?
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a but I am not like Benezia.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you.
It means a
you.
lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to...
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of... It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined
I don't understand it. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be...
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming... My people believe we are... Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and...
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact, the true connection, is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with others. We explore the genetic memory of their... We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together
You
for
Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner
Few
dies?
sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophy. We do not focus on the... And even after they're gone, a part of them...
Do you know
lives
who
on.
Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed.
Maybe she wanted to meet you, but couldn't. Something.
You might be right. Benezia never... Many Asari raised their children alone, particularly...
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
So, got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good.
Good. He's rotten. I could tell as soon as
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. They said it paid well. They said he was looking for more men.
I didn't know Saren was openly
It wasn't
recruiting.
that. We'd been raiding ships in the... I was on board checking bodies for value.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just a couple of them. I had a really bad feeling. That's why I didn't mention it.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one.
That's the only time you saw
Yeah,
him.
but my every other merc on that mission turned up dead.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, you have a minute to talk.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but, with all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies.
This is the most advanced. I don't think we should give them engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races. We, humanity.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should. As noble as the Council members seem now.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to stick your dog on it and run, it's not racism, not really.
You seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams.
My family's defended my father. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison force. I did get a rotation on a space station for training.
That's odd. Your record.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I come from a military family, too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't...
Yeah. I still remember when we hit mud, then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Macapag boot camp, too? Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there, kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command. Sir.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands...
We'll talk later, William.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a season?
That's a good question.
Like what?
Probably the same as... I guess my father. I grew up... He's taking my resignation.
That's tough. But
My father just thinks I'm being too... He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was taught... I could have received... He despises the Spectres.
I suppose I can understand.
You can. But Saren's not gonna... If you want to nail Saren, you need to...
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to
I see what
Saren's
you
level.
mean, but... Thanks, Commander.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's down. I guess you don't have to worry about it. But it's more than... Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from...
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrim... You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimage.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first.
I should go.
See you later.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last... So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I have to go.
All right, see ya.